Nana Kunedo stood as a symbol of African womanhood. Tribute to Her Excellency Nana Kunedo Rawlings by the 31st December Women's Movement. With hearts weighed by sorrow, yet uplifted with gratitude, we, the women of 31st December Women's Movement, gather to honor the memory of our founder, our leader, our mother, Her Excellency Nana Kunedo Rawlings. Her sudden demise is not only a loss to our organization, but also a profound loss to our nation, Ghana, to Africa, and to all who believe in the power, dignity, and potential of women and children. Her passing brings up deep sorrow, yet we are comforted by the promise of Scripture. The memory of the righteous is blessed. Proverbs 10:7. Indeed, the memory of Her Excellency Nana Kunedo Rawlings is a blessing to all of us. Her Excellency Nana Kunedo Rawlings' vision was bold. At a time when many women in Ghana were confined by limited opportunities and social constraints, she dared to perceive a nation where women could rise, lead, and transform their communities. She believed that women were not just supporters of development, but believed that the women not just supporters of development, but drivers of development. With that conviction, she built a movement that reshaped the social and psychological landscape of our country. Her Excellency's work did not end at grassroots empowerment. She was a fierce and fearless advocate of systemic change. She understood the policy reforms that protected the vulnerable and upheld justice. Her relentless advocacy contributed greatly to the passage of the Interstate Succession Law, PNDCL 111 of 1985, which ensured fair inheritance rights for widows and children. Through her tireless efforts in 1991, Ghana became the first nation globally to ratify the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and UNCRC. She championed the Children's Act, a groundbreaking piece of legislation that secured the rights and welfare of children across Ghana. These laws stand today as living testaments to her courage and commitment and help many women claim what would have been denied. Her endless advocacy was a pivotal in pushing for legislation to curb abusive cultural practices and contributed to the passage of laws that criminalized harmful social cultural practices such as surrogacy and female genital mutilation. Her efforts echo the biblical call in Micah 6:8. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Nana Kunedo lived this out by standing for justice and defending the vulnerable. Under her leadership, the 31st December Women's Movement was founded, and its achievements were concrete and tangible for Ghanaians, especially women and children, to enjoy. The movement mobilized 2 million women across the country, with over 1,000 preschools, freeing mothers to engage in economic activities. With the enormous work being undertaken by the movement over the years to eliminate and alleviate poverty in Ghana, The movement received assistance from various countries and international agencies for specific projects and sought support from outside sources to aid the development of Ghanaian women. Numerous groups nationally and internationally formed alliance with the movement and worked closely with the organization. Over the years, she sought funding from different sources to no avail due to misconceptions about the status of the movement. These led to the changing of the name of the organization to Developing Women for Mobilization, with the consent of the leadership of the movement in all the regions. Comprising of those who were still active and aligned with the organization in the year 2013. This change helped the repositioning of the movement and placed it in a better position. Her endless efforts has maintained the status of the movement to date, and for that, we, the women of the movement, are grateful to her. 31st December Women's Movement was her heartbeat, her mission, and her lifelong commitment. Under her leadership, the movement grew from a small collection of dedicated women into one of the most influential and formidable empowerment organizations Ghana has ever known. Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings traveled from village to village, community to community, listening to the concerns of women, encouraging them and mobilizing them into a united force for progress. She introduced programs that touched every aspect of a woman's life. Vocational training that gave women skills to support their families, microcredit schemes that turned small ideas into thriving livelihoods, preschool and daycare centers that gave children a nurturing foundation and a head start in education, health and nutrition programs that improve the well-being of mothers and infants, literacy projects that opened doors for thousands of women previously denied education. Her work reflected the words of Proverbs 31, which described a virtuous woman as one who opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. Proverbs 31:20. This is who Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings was, a woman of compassion, generosity, and action. Through these initiatives, she restored dignity, confidence, and hope to countless women who had previously been disregarded by society. To us, the women of the movement, she was more than an advocate. She was a mother. She believed in us even when we doubted ourselves. She pushed us beyond our comfort zones, taught us to lead with confidence, and reminded us that every woman had within her the strength to transform society. She celebrated our victories, corrected us with love, and never stopped encouraging us to aim higher. Even in moments of challenge, she displayed the resilience described in Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Her strength renewed our strength. Her bravery fueled our courage. Even in moments of difficulty, when others chose to leave, when some members of the executives in the movement drifted away, she remained steadfast. She never allowed difficulties to dim her purpose. Instead, she chose resilience. She chose service. She chose to keep building with those who stayed, inspiring us with her humility, fortitude, and unshakable belief in the missions of the organization. Her life was a lesson of dedication. She showed us that leadership is not about titles or recognition, but about standing firm when it is hardest, lifting others when they are weary, and working wholeheartedly until the very end. She was bold, articulate, principled, and deeply dedicated to the people she served. She taught us to be fearless, to stand for justice, and to serve with integrity. Her voice carried the wisdom of experience, the strength of conviction, and the hope of a brighter Ghana with many more women contributing effectively at the decision-making levels. Even beyond Ghana's borders, Her Excellency Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings stood as a symbol of African womanhood and leadership. She represented our nation in international forums, championing gender equality and children's rights. She brought global attention to the struggles of triumph of African women, securing partnerships and opportunities for strengthened to work of the movement. That strengthened to work of the movement. Sorry. As we reflect her life, we see a legacy that is vast, enduring, and immeasurable. Her work lives on in everyone who gained economic and social independence through the movement. It lives on in every child who benefited from the DWM preschool, the parents who sent their children to the daycare so that they could concentrate on their work. It lives on in every community uplifted by her programs. It lives on in the laws she helped shape, the leaders she mentored, and the generations of women she inspired to believe in themselves. The opportunities she gave many women of developing their careers. All these did not come without challenges, but the strength of her resolve took her through, holding our hands to keep moving. Today, though our hearts are heavy, we choose to celebrate her. God bless this nation with this woman of extraordinary purpose. We celebrate a visionary who paved pathways where none existed. We celebrate a mother who nurtured the dreams of countless women of different ages and backgrounds. We celebrate a leader whose dedication reshaped Ghana's social fabric, and we celebrate a life that continues to echo through every accomplishment of the 31st December Women's Movement. As we bid farewell, we take comfort in the words of 2 Timothy 4:7. I fought the good fight. I finished the race. I have kept the faith. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings fought her fight courageously, passionately, and with unerring faith in her mission. She finished her race honorably, and she kept the faith in her people, her movement, and her nation and her God. We affirm our commitment to uphold her legacy. We will continue to work the work she began, advancing women's economic empowerment, protecting the rights of children, and building strong communities anchored in justice, equality, and compassion. Her journey may have ended, but her vision still lives on in each one of us. Though she is no longer with us in body, Her legacy remains deeply rooted in this movement. Her vision will continue to guide us. Her spirit will continue to strengthen us, and her work will continue in every woman and child whose lives she touched. Rest in perfect peace, Your Excellency Nana Konadu Rawlings. You remain forever our founder, our leader, and our mother. Your legacy is eternal, and your spirit will continue to guide this movement for generations to come. Thank you.